everybody say, say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough, enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? How can I express my gratitude for all the many things, you've Father, you done for me, yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are, you're my everything. See, I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Nisi. You are my banner. I call you Rapha. Hey. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are. You're my everything. I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Nisi. You are my banner. I call you Rapha. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are. You're my everything. Uya matinyina. Uya matinyina. Uya matinyina. Oh, uya matinyina. Yeah, so uya matinyina. Uya matinyina. Yeah. Uya matinyina. Oh, uya matinyina. Say, I call you Jireh, say. I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Nisi. You are my banner. I call you Rapha. Hey. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are my everything. Yeah. Are you ready, everybody? All right, listen. William me ground, come here. 1, 2, set. Yeah.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. Mema ankra bia akwaba eba yedwumedia edu Friday bia yede ba ma kwan ya to ni den se BWF Solicitors for legal hour ne so na ene anope wo hwe me mo bia ankra bia akwaba. Many a ye, a yemeni jib kese, say, and then so a dom, na she ye, yet me yan kwa yan hoarding, na ye decide you may day eba crime, me did say baby biara o biara, also so ye, now ye dear, mesre ni demo, na come home fitting say, I am query ye, na no ma pa, nansem pa, ye de brewono, when ya hon so emphaso. Mediani Manyeti, Usham Babia, no from Manyeti, a major so, and then many and lawyer, Kessia Bakona, many baby diduma as usual, Nemum ansana, a bet me in Dianas or Bebano, Kakram, Pesa me catcher must say, a bunny BWF Solicitors, a good dear ye, and as I do see a ye, and I said, Num dear, or more day my enum, a sombo, papa, nature say, what follow ya up to some time, I'll be who say, a lot of time, near my chewa hano, na a yensema and nkrofo ekom a nkrofo ho nsem a omuhia emwa na ye de santete no e de aba se ne be ya obenya ho mfaso na obenya nimdie ewo ho na wonso de ato anamon enti BWF Solicitors aboa nkrofo bebre ankasa over 30 years and counting eno medi sa adwumi enti no ye ka se lawyers a omunim mra lawyers a omudi mra lawyers a ye ba ne mra sem ewo kromo ha efa immigration ho nsem family law nsem say even yen Ghana kromo kra he ho mra any litigations and as mitigations no ne nyina fa besue BWF Solicitors for because oma bi mu ye ankasa ankasa sanso na embia opese wo tro will probate all those things no opese mbia japade bi wo ho opese obi hwe so ma Upese outro will ayembia dachi bi insem bi na ba ne se busuafo ne ade all these things no ombetumi ne watena se no matoto nhihye pepe de ato ha ma na dachi bi embia na nyankopo ato nsa afrewa wechi ankoye basa abrabo de owo no eka ye ho sanso na nwema bebre upese uto asase na ewo ye nkromo no ene se wo kwa akoto na wanhwe lawyer papa bi amfa nani anto fom anhwehwe mu se saa asase no ye ntonton ma nipa miensa nipa nan nti wo so kwa akoto so enumi ebeda ne mansotwe e de ama omotumi hwe the legal aspect of all these lines no ansa na krawa to anamo wa kwa akoto ebe ya enye how emfa emma enti se wo hwehwe BWF Solicitors omo fourth floor Anna House ewo 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road neso na se wo London kromo ha na wo drive there se wo drive to Tottenham Court Road Tottenham and as a Seven Sisters abonten so wo drive to Seven Sisters abonten so ye wo Tesco kakra kebi ewo station ehwa ni station ho ne ben o drive a obetumi akopake ewo sa Tesco ho na wananti just 1 minute pe na wo de akọ mo office so ana se ubefa underground train ya train ne nam from na bomode anesi wo Seven Sisters usi wo Seven Sisters na ubefa Victoria line ma o renfi Victoria line na we si wo Seven Sisters upie ya try so obehu exit number 4 upie free hɔ a omonsa obenkum so obehu se abansoro kakraka bi si hɔ bomode anakɔ fourth floor ya tro ho Anna House kɔ fourth floor na ko hu omo omehwe wo coffee so a ye be jo ntata ye be ma o ope chocolate drink ye be ma ope Fanta ye be ma ope Ghana chocolate a obenye bi edi ti bomode na ko hu omo enioma bebre no moye ewe chire empo emba abonten nti se wo how bi a wonim se o how we de emra ewom bomodia kohu BWF Solicitors for. Now, when we are talking about their success rate, nipa dodro anase nsema form nsema omudi nkunima na it's over 99%. Internet say near eya etosinu na enye asem na chese wa asem na chese aye dead ankasa nompo omutumi nyane man bibi eba ebemu entinom ene BWF Solicitors ne onim Friday bia omosha se Thursdays e wo Rainbow Radio na omode inimdie no akoho sanso na edu Friday a BW Radio ene manyeti program ne so na omode aba e de ama amansa ene BWF Solicitors platforms ne so nyina mo live programs ne nyina omode aba so ansa na edu Saturday nso a omo ade friend the community and the law na just law na efufa yen community ho nara se wo se me se bebia yete ye immigration sem ye dwumemu nsem ye sika jemo nsem even po efienya ho nsem te obenya housing ana se council house foibi sansem sem ne nyina wo de bomoden wo asem bi hia kese eda wakoma so a bomoden akohu BWF Solicitors for omo abotre omo no betena se no matoto bibia boko ama wenya nkonim ene ye ba beka nsem bebre na minim se emre na akọ emre no komum na mum metwa me ho sima kekepe aba sima na menkyere akwan so biom na me ba ya mema me resource person no e de dwumede na e de ahya ase me ba sisia.
Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced family law firm specializing in immigration and naturalization, as well as dispute resolution. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner with over 30 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stand for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity and inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance across all areas of UK and Ghana law. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Led by experienced senior partner Bernard Owusu, the team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with your immigration, naturalization, dispute resolution, family law, new wills and probate, Ghana law and practice needs. We are dedicated to providing solutions to our clients' problems. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Main office line 0208 493 7340 or our emergency line 07712 761 884.
Yo, yasa aba ya be die meda mo nyina ase mo amaba platforms no nyina meda menu aba tiliduma ase papa pamina menu abem aba Sandra Fraser, Fred Amoa, Abigail Osemensa osimo share na sapon misre mo yesi mo share program no nemko chichichi mo nyina mo he set Buedu Sarah Pinzo Ben Osei Wumpuni Adam Covenant Grace mo nyina mo he nyame nhyam ba bibiara mo yo entinom ye be sha ase gidigidi na ye sha ase no menya me resource person wa mema odinchia kese ama mo na afede aseme wo ho no ma sha ase no maka ho asem ti good morning lawyer Charles.
Good morning, na Pachapomoe.
Nyame adom me ho ye pa pacha se wo so ho ye de
Ho ye pa.
yo we de mema wa kwenya na odinchia ametifo na ahwefo na afede nsem a me wo ho no me de abetudwa.
You a chief for nation for and if you don't pension yet the Yankopon assay the odds in Quan Achahen. Nancy ya baby ya de a chicha or BBR baby or 1 hour number can't look at you 1 hour you mum 1 hour yama brave. Baby I will be I know you didn't check as say. It's a bro from BWF Solicitors and Nancy ya best ya dear we here pa and see Bomadan not in suffer for and hanging I share means in commodate.
Yo, Lawyer Charles, me da se ye it can summon the man ama monso mano. I had them come mamma kasa ni view. Fanticasa do I do papa. Yo, nyamen shado. Young quadre, Martin day. Yes, near Tiani say. BWF Solicitors, senior de bia mekano. Say ye the topic be ba ana and she share be ba. Ye nim ye she share like in summer elkoso nkrofo ediwe bobo na afei yaka say ene this week and last week and this month no nyoma nkrofo dodo no yembeka ho asem se na ebe ya nkrofo benya ho enim de no mo de to anamo enti yenko fare ba ya kofare abai de na obehwe nansem mu no bibi abaye si private life in fact private life no boa nkrofo bebre but eya na ansa na ebedu ho no yanu be yenti ase ena minim nkrofo bebre omo abakromu ha na omo bae se bi mpreduasa enkrata semonti no omo de nkrofo enho nioma ye frade ye frantoma obi akofro bi ntoma e de aye adwuma saa ode obi aye ntoma aye adwuma saa obehu onho ankasa mu no onhyeda emfa ne ho bibia enye adwuma obi nso a owo ho no a onya obi de enso no ala ye frane se ala we be se kpakpakpa yes se mo be kai kpakpakpa o se okokpakpakpa no enya kakra edi na che se oninam na efichire ndwuma ya na de ahye ne nsa na wetumi enye bi edidi etubi etua ne rent nti no obi be se wa ye illegal nti ndwuma oye nyina ye illegal jobs na nso de ne na fichire no survival we call them survival or survival na che se enye mra kwan so enso no se onya ne ho na otumi didi tua ne rent nti no na me fichire ene bi UK your friend is immigration say nhihye bi wo ho a ebetumi aboa na mmom se wo ni san nhihye na unnim ti se obi a owonim de wo ho enti ene ye bisa se me amaye adwuma ne na fichire kpakpakpa adwuma me ka kpakpakpa motimi ase fichire struggling here and there bit and bit cash in hand all those petty jobs knowingly that you haven't got the documentation to work. I'm asking, would these things or this dima me nkete illegal no ebetumi a prevent me because mbia mabenya 20 years ni bi wa ha mabenya 18 years mabenya 15 years mabenya even obi anopewa frame 27 years still a oninkrata aden because onim ade a ɔsɔɔyɛ wate nanso onim ne ɔsɔɔyɛ nti lawyer Charles me nsɛm bebrebe a meka nyinaa mebisa that's working in the UK illegally prevent me from applying for a stay in the UK under a private life. And my big question ni na mpatcho mema wa kyerɛkyerɛ mu step by step sɛ ne ɛbɛyɛ a mewɔ nsɛm bi wɔ ho a na mebisabisa na sɛ ne ɛbɛyɛ a yɛn nyinaa yɛbɛnya mfasoɔ ne kɛseɛ paa mpatcho adaroma ɛne yɛn hyɛ ase ɛdeɛ nkora na yɛfrɛ ne private life no mesrɛ wo ɛdeɛ
Yo,
private life no
yo, na ahwɛfoɔ no atiefoɔ yɛkyia obi biara biem. Before we proceed, I want to make this announcement in here because every day, course I lawyer Madia Nache, lawyer Madia Nache, lawyer Madia Nache, lawyer Madia Nache. Yeah, the best of will and intention. Yeah, the Anisanka, yeah, the tumwa the next day nanka, the decision aba. But nyansuya Daniel B. Because in front of make it December, ya na ya din say yan you betimi aye ho bibi. Yeah, cry. Almost say we should wait. Enti bibi a friend no PAP, a friend of pre-action protocol. Pre-action protocol ne wo mo say. So one year na officer say we ya me do be court. But nkofo ahi na ye bold say omu delay ya dey omu be court. We just tell them they didn't poop one and they say they won't. But they know say the letter must come, they must respond to the letter. My question is say, what no we ya then over to me aye. Until then person me point you way out. Me producer we know how which me aboa sa note na home office for Ediba no. We andra na me saka obi ni pre-action protocol a me cause application no a check and me follow up and I'm way aba. I see reasons to the matters raised. I see the Secretary of State has reviewed the content of your pre-action protocol letter dated 7th of February 2024. Your representations have been considered by the Secretary of State himself, but of course, a representative of the was not by the Secretary of State himself, but a representative, more or less. Now, number 2, the Secretary of State can confirm the application dated March 2023. The moment we are March 2023, almost 1 year, is still awaiting consideration. We have made inquiries and have made with the relevant team dealing with your application. They have confirmed the following. 1, you made an FLRFP application. That means, say, a private life, 20 years application, say, and that's a family life, say, 2.5, which now will basso, and that's a wukunoso, and that's a wayereso, and now say, so, whatever it is, and then your friend, FLRFP, FLRFP applications are not currently subject to any service standards. First, we can say 6 months. We call 9 months. We call 12 months. There's no time. Until time I be ready, then I see the UK Gov website was updated on the 7th of September to advise that applications made on a 10-year partner, parent, or private route, and also on a 5-year parent route, are now taking around 12 months to complete. Some may take longer, and that is in bold. Some may take longer. If you want further information, do this. Then we'll go to 4. Applications are considered on merit, and therefore, depending on your situation, we'll do the best to respond. 5, I'll say, it is not our intention to cause unnecessary delay, and every endeavor is being made to make decisions at the earliest opportunity. 6, also the Secretary of State only accepts requests to expedite or speed up an application where there are serious, compassionate, or compelling circumstances, such as the need to attend the funeral of a close family member abroad, or to act as a primary carer to a seriously ill relative overseas. They are only granted in the most serious cases. Most serious cases. If your client, so they are talking to me, if your client feels that they have reasons for their applications to be expedited, they can send an email to this email address alongside their name, date of birth, and the UAN, that's the application, unique application number, outlining their reasons why they should receive the decision earlier than normal, and they should support their reasons with evidence. Evidence. As soon as a decision is made, we will let you know. Full stop. Now, nti sɛ obi frɛ me na mekyerɛ mu kyerɛ no sɛ sisia no delay aba hɔ paa, nti moma yɛnte ase a this is the reason. Sɛ wo nso woyɛ lawyer na obi frɛ wo na woka kyerɛ no sɛ twerɛ wɔn, they have to respond that you are not being fair to that person. Give the person a better and reasonable expectation. Say delay aba hɔ na sisi akora no application no say FLRFP application a mo sisi ano no time limit. Time ebe ready biara no omo de bebrɛ o. So no pressure. So if you say who serious issue anti they have to consider yours now there. Omo say give your reason and give evidence. Nti yes a matter of a lawyer, oh mejuma mi ye ntimi ye ejuma ade na akwache that is not serious and that has no evidential support. So obi, so a family funeral, you have to bring the obituary, you have to bring the death certificate to show say oh papa oh mommy something you have to go, then they can expedite. But it's not a matter of saying say kwakachara was saying no, you don't have any evidence. Yare esa okosra oba obi or seriously or yare esa okwa, you have to bring medical evidence. Say they have confirmed say there's no time limit for FRFP application, and therefore if you think they should do something about it, you have to tell them why they should consider yours as a priority and give them evidence. That is the point I want to put across this morning, so that we'll have a way to manage our expectations and build a higher patience base. Na yɛn nyinaa yɛn ho ahahan yɛn. That's it.
Yo, lawyer Asmah, you better say an update there and na ehu hia papa na home office so almost so there. Say someone here nipa bebre aye adwuma ma omo frefre ebinom em. Talking about omo frefre ebinom. Ampa omo call omo site ho na adwuma se obeye adwuma wo ho no. Omo gi nkrofo no mbeye adwuma. Ukwa we more training kakra about case work and you say you don't have to be a lawyer, and I say you don't have to work in the legal firm and say obey my home office omo working on cases na nyina no omo nye lawyer for omo kwa ye training omo near the guardians note to say okay way back net is here say na say oye no way back net is here ukwa ye be training so apply omo odwuma bebre wo ho no apply and trust me ubenya nso because de bia omo fa nkrofo ebe ye adwuma ma omo na deadlines ya nkrofo wona omo delay to say over 12 months and sana omo be respond ama no eso ntima yen kakra yo lawyer Charles ye that's it's good to get this knowledge senior be ya we application na e cha won ka say wo lawyer na onya papa ana wo lawyer na onchesi emma e wo say wo ti ase yɛbɛkɔ yɛnim nti no mede me topic no ɛbɛtoo hɔ sɛ ma yɛ adwuma anaasɛ meda so yɛ adwuma wɔ kurom ha illegal meninam efikyire kpakpakpa na kyerɛ sɛ yɛde hyehyɛhyɛ me nsa na mmom mepɛ sɛ me apply for private life yi bi private life no ɛna mpɛ sɛ nka lawyer ɛnkyerɛ yɛ mu na yɛhu kwan a yɛfa so apply na afei deɛ yɛahwɛ sɛ me a meyɛ adwuma illegal all this while no ɛtumi prevent me from also applying through the private life na me so menya nkrata nkɔhwɛ me busuafoɔ kakra na lawyer Asmah pacho adaroma.
Yo, it's here for the for and the no FA private life application. Can I know 20 years long residence? And the Dino assistant, your friend of private life. You share appendix private life guidelines now a buyer no. Or say what's now Chrome had 20 years. Now say a year legal kakra illegal kakra and then you can't bad the moment we share. Ubetumi aka 20 years na bom na wakwaji 2.5 under appendix private life. Private life no ya just say a long residence 20 years. Na we hear evidence say what na krom ha 20 years. Until every year you must prove say na wo krom ha. Yebeka nyoma ubetumi e dey prove no. Na ya share paragraph PL 5.1 of appendix private life no ye wo mu mienu ye wo A and B. A say so what's now chrome ha 20 years dia utumi e the application eba may consider because you have formed private life in the or established private life in the UK. And private life is a human right under Article 8, and therefore your right to private life must be respected. Having formed a community, accepted your new community as your community, having made new friends, and so on and so forth, and having severed ties with your country of origin, this should be a reasonable request. Being say, so won't 20 years, and there's a say would be become one a tress say you call chromua asem ebeto a be our life for crowd which may lose. So we have PL, that's paragraph PL 5.1A and PL 5.1B. So A ne say full 20 years, B ne say 20 years, less than 20 years plus serious obstacles. Your friend no insurmountable obstacles no. So that is the private life no. Now what's the now if the wins okay, maximum mature 20 years until the kotum. As I say we hear evidence. Every year no, as I say we prove say now we krum ha. Because Imran say ube prove 20 years now. Making sure say uba no unkoye. So uba na wokwa they will count it from the last time I would be no. And as a prison so prison time so it doesn't count because prison restrict liberty. Until it is out. You cannot count towards the 20 years. Now so prison so you cannot count the period of incarceration towards the 20 years. Ti mama yenhye mienu no enso. Enyoma wo de baba ne de you have to have documentary evidence, document, paper. Krataa bi a wodin wo so. Krataa bi a date e wo so. Sa date no e fall within date na wo claim no 20 years na wo claim no. Any address a prove say ampa a UK address. It doesn't matter say address na 100 different addresses. It doesn't matter. But bibi a say eyawo, bibi a say eyampa na wo krom ha. Bibi a say eyampa. Sa date no you were present in the UK no is acceptable evidence.
Yo, enti lawyer senior waka no na kyerɛ sɛ ɛno ɛna yɛkyerɛ sɛ private life nneɛma a ɔsɛ mede kɔ na yɛn accept na document yɛ asɛm a woka sɛ wakyerɛ yɛ private life sɛ wabɛdi mmerɛ dodoɔ bebree wɔ ha 20 years na yɛhwɛ wo age a akrom aban deɛ ɛyɛ na me ne ɔmo yɛ adwene nneɛma bebree mu yɛhwɛ wo age mu a wɔadi no na wodi 20 years account a it's possible say half of your life no just say wabedi no kromu ha it's possible ebi ana kakra na betre so anase kakra na enso na mom 20 years of somebody's life na brabo a wo mu de na che say edosu ye na se won kofie da obesi ubekokra no ayira uni baby a woko nti no ye begina so ne aka na mmom ansa na ebegina so na che say nhihye wo ho na nhihye ne say o say unya document with date and ye can say address I che say ampa wo nana woti ona lawyer say na waka ne dedede atoma so ni nsam wo ho ebi ne say dodo na omudi kan eba nti ye ka 20 years from now na che say nkrofo a omuba ye earlier time be say 20 up to 2020 2000 year 2000 nimo and now
Excuse me, and I'm getting
2014
a
up to
copy of this. Yeah.
2014 omo ho nsem na sisia no dodo na e fall within ebi mu dear doors ebi mu ba earlier than that but say come from 2024 20 years counting down the line now let's just say up to 2014 and 2004 sorry 2004 or downwards me fan is a figures no mo fan che me kakra enti no dodo na ba krom ha nyina up to the year 2004 ho asem na ye ka no tiefo na ahwefo me ka no nso no obi wo hɔ a onu onya 20 lawyer beka ne nyina onya 20 years na no nso eminim say yesi nhihye bi nso wo hɔ but ene ye ka private life enti no omo ba mesrɛ mo montwe na yenwie kakra nsa na me the phone calls na atom omo ba all those times no obehwe a ebi mu oba ya na sebio ne huma ode ba ye no ne yesi fa kofi na ode kɔ obi nso oba ya na oni na edi ye adwuma ne nti no abenya obi din na wa start e de ye adwuma ono obedi approve nipa ko ono nso de ne de kɔ ofie no kwa be na obefa so na omo nso a obaye na no benya obi din ana obi nkrata e de to ne so se eyo no ode ayibo adwuma 20 years si a ono ankase din no na che se ayirem obedi revive ne din no na ayeye se odbeye saa de no afen so no uye adwuma ebi wo ha oye adwuma no obi wo ho a mefa ne se like pakpakpafo na me di kan kan no waye ye adwuma na nso de bia de scanisha ne nsa enti ono a payslip kra oni bi no aka se ne dim bimpo e wo payslip bi so a e kire se oye adwuma nya no saa cash na je se me keka metumi akeka ne bebre enti lawyer Charles we de wadaroma document na wo abobɔ so yi kwan ben no ebefa so a yebetumi enya na se eni bi nso a den ebetumi aye a ebeboa ya na etumi enya na ye de aye sa application no.
You have to prove your case.
That's right.
So you are telling the Secretary of State that I've been in the UK for 20 years continuously and I have established private life until they should consider me for regularization. Documents are which may using be na maybe bossy.
Okay.
And that will real criminal and what was passport. It's stamp no or be man idea or be so man idea ira. But let's assume say what you know that is the first date. Nyame adom wo bae no could be a GP my card I friend NHS card date was so that is second evidence. Nyame adom ebi ana wotinu krom ha de so one card winning card which mean register na the way because them run say Commonwealth citizens can vote. Nti so we Commonwealth citizen a omo de poll card be brel na wa register na omo de notice be brel na wa register for election purposes. Na the poll card abrel.
Okay.
Poll card that within was so date was so address was so evidence set na what krom ha. Wo buy you be a bank account. Evidence na what krom ha. Excuse me. Wo buy and be a GP. GP aya wo call aya wo nko ba le GP wo record ni bi. Evidence what krom ha. Obi man the bank statement bank account wa run for the past 20 years. Into okwa metumi print ni nyina ma no evidence. GP obi ma or record for so many years evidence. Obi ma or fear they are sending on letters evidence. Obi ma oba ya no okoye adwuma wo baby ɔkɔyɛ adwuma no ɔde ne din ara na ɛkɔɔyɛ na kane no ne ɛwɔ biribi a yɛfrɛ no temporary NI ɛstarte TN with your date of birth ɛna letter ɛtoa so ɛno no obi tumi ɛde hyɛ aseɛ abrabɔ no ase ebi a wokɔ yɛ adwuma kɔyɛ adwuma yɛ ma wo name badge no photo wɔ so adwuma no din address ɛwɔ aseɛ hɔ baabi a ne sɛ ekyire na kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ wo ampa ɛde hyɛ aseɛ ɛyɛ evidence wobaayɛ akyɛ santi in those days no na yɛwɔ cameras a etwa photos a date etumi ba so location etumi ba so saa photo no wɔ bi a ɛyɛ evidence sampa ɛyɛ London na metwa photo wei date no nie ɛyɛ evidence obi application me yɛyɛ na wɔ a couple of set photos so I put it together and I described it the kan ho kɔɔyɛ obi o ma sɛ na meka no wabaayɛ no ɔyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ no ani din mu woyɛ adwuma wɔ awo din mu a pay slips a wɔwɔ no ɛyɛ evidence sɛ na wote kurom ha and then nkɔmmɔ no yɛ woyɛ adwuma na wo use pay slips already you are not supposed to work saa no ɛbɛha adwene anaa ɛno ne nkɔmmɔ a yɛdi no so we touch hugely on that obi a also sɛnea wɔka no obi a ɔbaa ne passport ayera because it doesn't make sense say obi bɛka sɛ me baa na me passport me di kɔɔyɛ wɔamfa nkɔ ayera ayɛ into passport ayera ɛna wɔntumi ayɛ ho hwee na wɔatena hɔ a bɛsi ɛndɛ you don't have the passport you don't have the passport you don't have a new passport but the old passport a wɔde baayɛ no ayera nti you don't have it that's fine you use other evidence amabobɔ so no bi because you can't trace original visa stamp na wodi bepie ɛwɔ kurom ha no obi o mo ɔbaayɛ no ɔbɛsesa ne din because ɔso daeɛ no na ohu sɛ na ɛsɛ sɛ yɛfrɛ no John Mensa meanwhile din a ɔde fi ne kurom baayɛ no ɛyɛ John Bentel so ɔbɛsesa ne din fine you have to do a deed poll to show say asesa wo din for personal or familial reasons wosesa wo din a obi ntumi nhyɛ wo bisa saa de ntina wakɔsesa wo din nea ɛyɛ din sɛ wobɛtumi asesa ɛyɛ date of birth cause common sensically no mehu obi a ɔse me date of birth no asesa anasa mekwasesa unless say there's evidence to suggest say date of birth na mo de share o birth certificate so no nipa na oye omo ye no mo prepare sa document no they got it wrong it should have been this that means as I say winya bribi to support that so ye kwenye nim no ye be to nkomo no so I'll pause here for you to speak.
Yo, lawyer Asmah, wait there. Wow, master kakra. See date of birth there, Sisana. Lawyer Asmah, it's 70 bo ha. Ye from to my ye senior bear a better assume. Na se uti afe na utie ya ye kan about say wabe krumu ha mfie bebre ni na wo pese wo apply na wo so nya sa private life application wo ye application ni bi na wo mfa nya nkrata ene ye kire se wo ye adwuma illegal no ebetumi a prevent se wo be ye sa application bi ana eno na lawyer Charles edikan acheche mu abobo evidence a dodo na wobetumi anya fe ye ba the real story behind this evidence no se ne ebe ya ibehu say say wo kwa wo ye illegal adwuma na wo na wo de wo ho koma ana say enye hu sa yo lawyer Charles we there before ye be call we no the we na wo kind person bisa question bi wo ho kakra bi answer na e be trigger more we there ba say me buy na me book ni yiraye because obi di bibisa aba behye me ni book na yira ampa na mom ne oko afede obenya obi se nka oko ware no ana se nko yesa private application bi oko ye no Say na ni book na onim se ono de ayera no. Say ye de aye application wo fie. Na ya refuse na che say wo mo wo krom ha. Wo so so wakoye application wo fie me ya refuse abra wo krom ha. Enti obey ne na che say ya anye na de omo nti ase say ye possible say ye magic say ye den omo nti ase. So enti nsɛm wɔ nkurɔfoɔ illegal way ne nsɛm wɔ bebree ɛwɔ akyire ba yɛnhwɛ kakra ɛwɔ ha sisi a lawyer Charles waka ka evidence a ɔsɛ mihia na metumi ɛmfa nkɔyɛ saa private life no meyɛ adwuma illegal nneɛma no a waka no ebi wɔ hɔ ɔde ne din ampa nti ebi ɔde ne din ayɛ days no obenya obi wɔ anyɛ ne din ɛna ɔde yɛɛyɛ ɛna nipa ko no nso ɛyɛ ɔno ankasa nso no ɔno nso wɔ hɔ nti no sɛ ɔbɛkɔ akɔ claim sɛ ɔno ne saa simasi no ɛno nso yɛ impossible nti sɛ obi wɔ saa situation mu bi saa na kwan bɛn ɛna ɔbɛfa so like you just said earlier on no ɔsɔ prove nti no ɔprove no nso ampa wayɛ adwuma but ɛnyɛ ne din date of birth no nso ɛnyɛ ɔno ankasa wɔ ne deɛ a ɔde yɛ nipa bi say no kwan bɛn na ɔbɛfa so na megye de sɛ dodoɔ na nso wɔ such situation mu lawyer Charles mpatwɔ.
You be in a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these situations are discussed in chambers.
Mm-hmm.
So we are giving advice based on what the law says.
Okay.
And enough to discuss every situation in detail. But Mrano, says nkurɔfoɔ asesa wɔn din ma ne yɛ yie.
Okay.
So what's the same with din a ɛsɛ we did poll to show say what's the same with din. Then I tell say what's the same because obi man new passport no idea a woman no different from bia idea or the bewura krom ha no. And I say idea a ɛwɔ no school certificate so. And I say idea a ɛwɔ no krataa so no. But into what your application no because they know say nkurɔfoɔ asesa din nti. Genuinely. Into your application because say what is your name? My name is Amma Asedua. Have you ever been known previously or have you ever been known by any other name? Yes. What is that? Ajua Menu.
Okay.
Why did you change the name? Family reasons. When did you change it? This date. Do you have evidence? Yes.
Okay.
And the evidence will be the deed poll. And that's a marriage certificate. And so we have deed poll and that's a marriage gazette. And it's a marriage gazette. Oko Ghana, Omo Gazette, you know. Chrome have deed poll. Deed poll no. Oba ya ha ya yebi. Wa obe tume so at my computer so I apply for deed poll. And the deed poll no will show say ampa what's the sound within that ya wa. Because in a period of 20 years there, it's possible so what's the sound within. It's also possible say within no and one the way you should. But nya ebaya din say obi baka say oyo and na we mu we krom ha owure mu no okuta indefinite no di wure mu na afi or say okoya application for 2.5. Question is how can you enter with indefinite and now claim say you've been illegal and you've been here for 20 years and to go 2.5? It doesn't make sense. Those are the technicalities. But those people in Crown, when they come, we listen to them and we understand say it is how they presented the story. And then that man chas here and also one gasa anti as here no. Tinya ye tumi ti as here na ya tumi hu how ye be reflect on story no with the law na ya boa one case.
Okay. Enti lawyer chance si ano ye ka ne sen ni na che se me ye adwuma illegally wo krom a etumi si me ho kwan ana me ye adwuma illegally whether me de obi die me de me din masesa me din ni ade no ma me ho kwan se metumi aye sa application na ma san ye successful ana
And me just say woman say yes so na me boss no why ye adwuma wo krom ha wo P60s wo P45s wo pay slips ewo udin mu e be say you old name or your
Now,
new name, within.
okay. Mm.
So evidence, no question, say you are
Mm-hmm.
not meant to work because that's breach of immigration rules.
Sa.
So, now de akukuduro akọnkọfo n'enim akọka kyerɛ wɔn sɛ ɛyɛ mia na me na me yɛ adwuma no. That is the
Sanity.
point. You have
Mm.
the factual point and the legal point.
Okay.
What is private life? I've lived in
Mm-hmm.
the UK for 20 years illegally.
Sa.
How do you prove say what's not illegally?
Mm-hmm.
Any paper at all, including
Okay.
your wuyi a wo ho a adwumafoɔ no de ma wo no.
And then you know,
It's an evidence. The question
okay.
is, what are
Mm-hmm.
you proving? You are proving say na wuti kurom ha. You are not
Oh yeah,
saying say na we ya no correct. But you are saying say true say na we ha. And it
okay.
is true.
Sana or say it yes. Mm-hmm.
It is true say na we ha. That is why you
Sa.
have the pay slip evidence. Because na wuni ha, there's no way say sa employer na uwi a wo ho ne kwaye adwuma no, ode ade we be ma wo.
Sa.
You are not telling the home office say
Mm-hmm.
uwi a wo ho eye adwuma. You are telling the home office say wo na wo krom ha 20 be at 10 because 2010 no ukwaye voluntary work ewo ex come and work enterprise am I my pay slip evidence because any documentary evidence that has your name, that has a date, and that has UK address is acceptable.
Okay.
So there's case law. I can say, even though which I'm sure no, at the time now we present Africa for say omushe so what's not hano. You are not telling them a lie. You're actually telling them the truth.
Truth.
So
Okay.
yes, I worked and I have evidence say and that is not a lie. That's the truth. Would they rely on this truth to undermine your case? No. Because
No.
all they need is evidence to say, time now we say wahano, I am and correct sana waha.
Okay.
That is the point of law.
Law. Ɛhɔ na nteaseɛ no ɔsɛ yɛte ne yie na afei yɛnyi ehu ne mfiri hɔ sisi a no nteaseɛ no aba ehu no nso so yɛyi efiri hɔ enti sɛ afei na watoa yɛ a na afei na wɔhwɛ yɛ a yɛka sɛ woyɛ adwuma illegally no ebetumi a prevent na ne lawyer Asmah aka a mesi so biom ne sɛ ɔsi yɛ anokorɛ wobetumi ayɛ saa application na mmom sɛnea wobɛyɛ ne sɛ ɔsɛ wokyerɛ sɛ mmere a na woyɛ illegal wɔ kurom ha no ɛyɛ woa nanso na wote kurom ha. I think say it makes sense. Ɛyɛ woa woyɛ illegal but ɛyɛ woa na wote kurom ha. Ɛnyɛ sɛ woyɛ illegal nti no wokɔ no wosuro sɛ no nti no ɔmbɛka sɛ na kyerɛ sɛ wode wo ho ata illegal yɛkye wo akɔ daabi. The application is said that ka kyerɛ mo sɛ mepɛ sɛ meyɛ saa application no based on nea nhyehyɛ a mode ato sɛ meyɛ illegal na mpa nneɛma a ɛkyerɛ sɛ na meyɛ illegal wɔ kurom ha ɛnie na kyerɛ sɛ lɔyɛ yɛate aseɛ yie paa na ehu no nso yɛnyɛ ehu no mfiri hɔ sɛ wosuro sɛ wode wo ho kɔ akɔkyerɛ because I know some people they are really comfortable. Ɔno no ɔnyɛ n'adwene sɛ ne kurom no koraa ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkɔ bio nti ɛmfa ne ho ɛna edwuma a ɔyɛ no a ɔtetɛ de yɛ no nso no ɛso ne bo onya nea ɔsɛ odi onya nea ne rent onya nea ɔde kɔ kyele onya nea yɛde fa mmaa na yɛde fa mmarima nti ɔno no ɔyɛ okay ɛmfa ne ho wo saa no ɛnyɛ wo na wo a wofo sɛ no mayɛ nkwankyɛn na sisi adeɛ menya me deɛ a nanka menkɔhwɛ m'akyi kakra wo na wo saa nipa no yɛne wo kasa sɛ akwanya wɔ hɔ a wobɛtumi ayɛ saa application no bi ama no ayɛ successful nti ɛmfa wo ho ntɛ nkɔsoa na wo nsuro na mmom pie bra na fa wo nhyehyɛ no bɛto lawyers anim such applications I know for sure 100% sɛ wankasa wontumi ntena wo dan mu na wonyɛ no matter how or sɛ wode kɔma lawyer na ɔno no nim loopholes ɛwɔ hɔ a betumi edi aboa wo enye se enye mrakwan so nanso ebetumi edi aboa o na wetumi nya successful application no na wenya wo so 2.5 na wo de aboa bra enti no mumie nhye ne nso me ba bebie telephone lines because time e na me gusunsu ebisa lawyer asem e wa ha enti se onya ba me so obi frɛ ye gina so a eche yie ansana osan ade ato so obetumi asan afrɛ bio numbers ne 0208123116 ana 0739920848 obetumi ja WhatsApp note se bebia onam no ntumi na omfrɛ ana ofrɛ na obrɛ na ja WhatsApp note ko WhatsApp ne so na ja note wo ho e was 075 966 20154 ugoja wo ho a ye be hwa mo ye beti ye be bo ama ne ya ma omoaye enti lawyer yenko enim sisi ano ye yi ehu na efri ho na yenya ngira so se ye betumi aye saade no na ebe ye successful because ye nchimi nkotum ye nka se wakoshan na wo ye hwehwe o enti wo de wo ho abewo edie na ye ne wo kwa ni da bi ye nka sa we have to prove say ampara na mo krom ha me ninkrata de na so na me da so wo krom ha nti ne ma nketenkete a wo benya a ebeboa wo ekyere se ampa wo krom no na lawyer bobo so bebre ma document you may need na wo de aye se address wo so na ye ka ne sen date wo so nko a de a ebetumi aboa obi kura unya letter I believe say meaning say lawyer can ebo kan wa unya letter bi abo date address was so address to you eye wudin mu na wode aye na ayeye e de amount lawyer yenko enima ntisi no me pese me yes application no na menya nyoma ne nkitinkiti ne bi say o can say or say o can say o report o passport ayera I have someone ne obai 20 years no krani na mom one report to sa amre no sa se ne passport ayera ene na oba be ye application or ka se o ne passport ayera lawyer Asmah ne enti America sa reporting documentation say ayera enti wakoye foforo no has it got a time specification na just say ne na akwa say ayera ene wontro na ye double ntro ana say abre na uba ye year or two or so no ohona uhun sa ayera no na ukọ report to say ayera mpacho ohono ebetumi din sunsun so abasa application ho ana
You know, we didn't say report to our passport. Of course, our passport are now we for fra. On minor we passport. Embassy no will have their requirements. But now you can say, so what's the same with the now the within for your application because I would in that danity you have to have evidence say what's the same within and any did pull no as a say no.
okay
And that's the point. Me make it. Now, in addition to evidence, I have also in ano. Now, when we say we ma back from her, we try sa we could play court. We could say home office application bebre court. That is the same appeals bebre. Into court papers require or bebre. Ni na no evidence. Man, can say
okay
we refuse to me fan count. Because that proves say I'm partner with you. There are a lot of applications. We added those evidence. And when we are proving said they were living in the UK, bank
yes
statements, letter from hospitals, Obioma Obaya no Oko school, and that's what a course. When your certificate, that is evidence. Out the back na ebi ana nipa no gaps abem. So gap ebemua, what do you do? You get a credible people or person to give you reference. Your friend or letter. But letter no home office for policy ni say because any reliable nti obi abetumi atwa letter mo bi. Nti enya ade a omo be den, omo be gina so bebre. But there are instances your application such letters no you citing no out clearly in the letter added to the application no omo agya to na ye. Nti letter from the mosque, from the imam, the letter from your church, the pastor or the reverend father, the priest, whoever, those letters carry weight because the source is credible. Wanamfu bi a woni no ananti wo krom ha no so betumi atro letter about, but the can say evidential weight very low for sa letters na efi in amfofo eho eno. But even that, say koba say we need option, that is a better choice for you, because you cannot go with your application without filling all the gaps. It is a gap abem now the wadamfo ni testimonial and say the letter confirm say me Charles Asmah madamfo any John Bento yen nyina na ye namfofo wa Ghana yete asukwa wo Kumasi ye ba ye no onu tu kwan ejame me ba krom ha no me nam na mkwachu no Dostin market na me say hey osimesi matise wetu kwan me nim say ha na we share and I say hey and ya na kese ya nan fu afa no assign asati biem ono emma evidence say e no kwesa me ba no me beto no ha na e no kwesa me to no wasa kwan ye fa ahihia ye nie ono letter no will state the time I share ya na dey cancer 20 years no.
Okay.
And yet 100% reliable, but so kobasa home office or munjin dia na ye kokoto, we then tell them say my case is that me buy and me nko fieda. That is my presumption. Wo na wo say and no question me buy no me nko here. So you want to rebut that presumption. So na tie dia wo na wo kura nkrofo mo call ni nkrofo mo ban nyina mo record. Yes sir. And they prove say me buy and me call here. Na fa kire court.
Okay.
One no better say oh and the person who buy no nko here. So me nko here dia and the no credit say 20 years no. Ah me see me di wo krom ha no. So na tie.
No. The ni say, yo, let's just see what the phone be wa homa ne so. It's up to them to tell me say me buy no my be twem because omo mu twem ko be nyina. Oni omo hu camera record date bibia e wo ho no. Odo for wa homa so but kafra say we gina so ache. O ga say frame yente onka.
My friend Kwame make the lead.
Hello Kwame. Yo, Kwame what share program ne de? Kwame, yeah, sure. Me who our phone is also won't share.
Oh, that you share.
Yo, this a question on your go.
I'm child lawyers as well.
Yo.
More than you. Yeah. Main question is do I need true momodia, but I don't nationality.
So.
Okay. And the person like I said, oh, me nationality na be apply for death relief order. A bit me affect application on death relief order.
Death relief.
Order.
Are you talking about IVA? Individual voluntary way you know and
yeah, you're about people baby who are ultra normally at all. Upon Sibia at this time, no, I would mean fine, I would mean but people who are death relief order. Put some money there or my clean actual. Let me say, nobody to me affected.
Well, I mean, when it comes to debt, you can declare bankruptcy or you can go through the IVA, individual voluntary assistance. And when you get a car within the better, may I free. But one no more or less, now it's a bit of issue. Because we will be more or less want me and do winning. I was the cafe musa. This will be bizarre because I don't have full story, the context, the circumstance, and the evidence. I will not be able to offer opinion on this forum. It's over office now, but full story now. I will ask probing questions. Yeah, who baby I did but why?
Okay.
Yo. Yo, Mate, me da say. Yo, lawyer, send your kind of question no be say, and it is sa death relief na say omo ba ko bi nso a enye say wonhwe o na mo e kana odidi di wo baby bebre no ye ya bono po e wo ba be faako ena bosumi bia utue bibi towards that and also to me affect you are still paying achemum ya mo bia ya chicha ne nkete nti no utua kakra ba on default ye you still continue paying all these years of the man and also to me affect it so we apply as a citizenship nana.
And you're different. And you're debt consolidation.
Okay.
So debt consolidation, maybe I would the car. You have about 5 creditors. Would you be 2,000? Would you borrow 10,000 pounds? So there are people are almost money say almost best step in amount to consolidate your debt. Now almost 5 creditors, I agree. I have agreement said. Sadia every month we bet you say now which year no at a charm. You are paying. That's a way to deal with it. That's different from IVA and bankruptcy.
Oh, okay. Yo, any no dear, yo, ye go so ha, yeah, cancer. Sisi ano, nana me bisa question, me say, you time or say, change yeah, sa when what church mu, all right. Ain't you know, nipa na way, nipa no, when to me, sisa ne den na na say one on sisa den no ewo we mu na de na yira all this wa we nya over 20 years wa ha na afe no person okoye say ene ade ne yira ye nto osan ko apply foforo nto ora na maybe say o ko apply new passport eye ene abra 20 years no obede approve say na de yira 20 years enti na oye ne sisi ano na wetumi de aka ho because oni book ni bi oni mrempo a eyira afa no wehu se ayira ho no nsusuanso bi wo ho ana menim se utimi ase yi because she keeps sending the message menim se o tie yen but menim se wate ase ntina on tie ase ntina that so this message is neighbor na.
All right, yen say the passport or the buy no ayira ayira
afa na we say ayira
ayira 11 years ago and then 16th of February 2024 and now when who say ayira let's put it that way.
Okay.
Passport na ayira and I say nidin na asesa we have to set the base right. So passport na ayira na wo kwaye your passport fofora wo be ko oman a wo fi mu no wa kwaye your passport. So sisara e ho no maka akire wo. Na wa kwaje your passport fofora na wo da kwaye your application.
Okay.
And komo aye bi ni say wo buy 11 years ago and I said 20 years ago no. Wo je Naa Manye Ten na wo de buy. Wo be du ya na wo hu say na no kra da ya de to wo so no. Esesa wo sesa no. Enti why no nene. The same person, but the names are different. What it means is your original name was this, and your new name. Into your passport for fraud. We new name na we buy your passport, yes sir.
Okay.
So your application we new name na we buy your application. But because you have a lot of records or documents linked to your old name now, what the buy anything. You have to declare, say, I was known as this previously. Because your application in the south said, do you have a name, any other previous name? Have you been known by any other name apart from Way? You say yes. Then you give those details. That means that who hear your application and now the evidence in the bar. You then explain the letter, say, I was this and I am now this. The evidence I am providing bears those two names. That means when this name or that name on this document, is the same person made my application.
Okay. Matthias, yo, lawyer, Matthias, ye. But me mami a obi me question no meaning near wo patre no, but nyensam ne nyina na ye betumi aka e wo fidie ne so nti no me advice mom say obekọ na wako hu lawyers no na omatumi ne watena ase because nsɛm a obi sam lawyer kyerɛ ne die ni mu technically senior or say ye no but ɔno nso sɛ ne obi sam no nsɛm wɔ ho nti na I think say I can just say it straight away sir ɔdɔfo wa ahoma so mpatwɔ me yɛnte wo nka na we na me the question mahwɛ we ni so questions kakra text messages ne kakra
Okay, Pacha me da se mi chia mo na nyame so enhyia mo ne adwuma pa mo yama community no.
Amen.
Pacha me question is in case e bia me de insahwe krata na bae and a manko. And me be worry ye uni na me nya krata. Me worry no before 2020 ended. Ansana UK free uni.
Okay.
You know, se me nya me indefinite leave to remain after 5 years now. Will I still have to wait for 10 years? No. And so now me to me apply for British passport. And now because me a family member of an EU citizen before UK free EU after 5 years, no. So me indefinite after the next year me to me apply for British passport.
Okay, and so can asotwe bi na sɛ woba wode nsraeɛ ba na wankɔ na wokɔyɛ wei aso bi na ɛtwe no yo lawyer betumi akyerɛkyerɛ mu lawyer mpatwa sɛ wote ne kasa no yie deɛ patwa o kasa ne yɛnte lawyer mpatwa mente wo nka o Debbie mente wo nka still yo afede ayeye
What's it?
Tesi ade ayi okay tesi ade mente wo nka
Right. Yo, now you can say, Ubaye, and I am yadom, Ubeshia or Dofo. I don't say. Can you hear? Ubeshia or Dofo, and I'm my worry. We are uni, we be indefinite. Indefinite, you know, Obiano Queen of first one, young dear. When you what are your when you was settle status? Obioma and a normal circumstances where you know what trying canon yes over 10 years answer. And I was a son to say, won't you 10 years, but the way you 5 years it will come happier then over to me. But indefinite, you know, you should have held it for at least 1 year. But what just here? And it's a way crown 1 year. Yeah, which may it you sir and a mono. So these things are quite technical. You sometimes the nipa no de n'adwuma no ba ye hwe ne ewom na ya tenetene no na ye hu kwan a ye de ba fa so ama no. Why?
Okay. Ready, I'm dancing. I'm sure.
Amen. Nti ano wafra office ho na yetumi akyerɛkyerɛ mu yie wɔ hɔnom sɛ ne ɛbɛyɛ a wobɛtu ho anamo ano ayɛ why yes yeah that's it what's your program media
my share my liking now
yeah that's it yo yenko yenim mpacho me ma me we dey mesra enim dim I know say you really want to know but like I said there are few things I mean to me famba efidie so nti bomode na free office ho why mesra we ni dim nti no yenko yenim lawyer sisi a wachre senior or say kwan a ye fa so a ye de ye sa evidence ya osisa ye ne say ye baby say have you been known with other name now wa response say yes adenti na osisa dey no achre ubo date of birth dey so ohodo dey say ye the better kakra because bebre wo ho a na date of birth no so akoya asem and in as much as we know say we date of birth want to mean sisa nti omo kita sa no dey be ha adwen we say nana etwahenema good morning I say how will applicants using private life 20 years prove financial me winning free on me huni English language and accommodation requirement. So English language honey dear or say utumi ekoye senior tibia say we illegal onya illegal or say trouble from na okoye
Yeah.
na accommodation so no senior lawyer becheche mu na me
Yeah.
give say it really makes
Yeah,
it's
my
it's
interim. Now my interim.
yo
Right. Now, there are two aspects of applications.
okay.
Bako under 10-year route. Bako
Mhm.
under 5.
Okay.
5 for no, call 2.5, 2 times. No way we no matter indefinite.
Mhm.
South for no, they have to meet the rules.
Mm.
And they have to prove by the specified evidence.
Mm.
Financial evidence specified. English
Mhm.
language evidence specified. Accommodation evidence specified. Relationship evidence specified.
Mm.
Safono, we call it meritorious application. It's on
Hey.
merit. They have met the rules.
Mhm.
Until you don't want to short stay in so. But if you are not on meritorious line, and I say who meet you rule noir, you do to long stay in so 10 years there no. Safono, they don't meet the rules. So we call it exceptional circumstance, EX1. And now say Gen 3.2. There are different aspects. But the point I am making is who acquire private life application 20 years now already know who meet you rules do that anyway.
Mm.
So all you meet is your private life. So what's not chrome hard? That's all you need. And you don't have to prove anything again. And based on that, they'll give you 2.5. So the 2.5 no Emma wa a no akwaji 2.5 biem. Kakra kwesita mo a ubewie. So don't worry about the requirement now under 5 years for no ehia no. Why?
Okay, nti eno sa no say obi aye sa private life ne bi no wenya 2.5 true 20 years long stay na say private life route no na onya sisi a wenya 10 years ebia ye de 10 years na man wenya 10 years na okodi ni indefinite oho sa no no de obehia sa English no I say here life in the UK no I say here financial aspect and so and accommodation na pacho.
Now we are talking about something else. We are no
Okay.
longer talking about private life 2.5. We are talking about
Okay.
indefinite leave to remain in the UK, which is
That's true.
standard for everybody. So with
Okay.
indefinite, you have to have your English language B1,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have your life in the UK, and anything
Mm.
else that you need to show, including living in the UK for those 10 years now. We claim say what's not hano.
Oh, okay. Different application and then the different one she share. And here say private life ni na or say we prove say ampa. What now? We are illegal mum na mum. Na wote ha ampa wote ha sɛ woyɛ illegal yo producer mpacho fa question it to so ma me na me kan no na I'm say me one message bi nso ana member I say good morning manye I have a friend whose application was refused some years ago in the UK. However, she is now a British citizen. She would like to know whenever she travels and back in the UK her refusal always pop up. Where there we were say minimum be pa no so ne dear sir pops up during immigration check. So who should update the system? Is it home office or how could this be corrected? Thank you. In Crawford, same way on. Na hard yo lawyers man. Wait, one also cover na money. Alex, thank you for the question.
All
One
right.
also correction, man.
Yeah. Now you see there are certain things that we will exhaust a lot of energy and things that I wouldn't really worry too much about. Obia is different, but I'm talking about me.
Okay.
We are British citizen.
Uh-huh.
And Brandon says, we are British citizen. There should be no restriction on entry.
Sir.
Because you have a history, whoever is looking at your history on the screen, something will flag up and they want to know what could be the reason. So you may be there for 1 minute, 2 minutes, then they allow you to go because they have to do their job. Nti saa no na ɛha wo a Now, person could be saying now, or if you are fine, you can write to the Home Office. But I don't see why you have to worry too much, because the fact that the team flags up doesn't mean they will prevent you from entering. So I don't see why you have to worry.
Asmah, like you said, individual cases. There is this one, so no one British citizen one indefinite na no the two kwan aba. Oba or no, enya 1 minute, 2 minutes, like you said, no. Obi cry to me delay no the whole day. And Sunday Chebeka say onko, nansa on fan coffee documentation, and some fan bra, betcha na airport ni baby, non some fan betcha ni aye ni interview. And it's been going on for like 3-4 times. In time, I went to a crowd also be too quiet because of that experience now. The first one, yeah, detain over almost the whole day. And then if you uncle. Second one, so sad. Third one, kitankwala. Almost share after 4 hours. Almost say uncle no titi airport near your uncle. Now uncle for documents the same process. Internal no then also your phone or no British citizen. Then also your phone.
Saa nipa no and the first one no so a obebisa question no. Just say there are layers. Obi there serious obi there.
Okay.
Some say utu hana mo, you can write to the Home Office. Person lawyer boy come, will charge you and will serve you.
Okay. So no, I don't know. Ultra come out office. No more is idea no. Lawyer. Yeah, that's the numbers to call 0208-123-1016. And I say be to me after 073-9920-84 68. Wait to me say their message was 075-966-20154. Many about lawyer Annie Woho. Baby I dream mesre. So why you ready? Now on potoka semu of today's education, the topic na no on my in brief. Na if you na was a war near the account. Lawyer Annie, you are welcome and good morning.
Thank you. Good morning, Manye T, and to all our viewers. Today, I'll just be providing a very short summary. So, the topic was: Does working in the UK illegally prevent an application from applying for stay in the UK under private life? So, specifically, we looked at what a private application is to begin with. So, it's an application that is based on your 20 years long residence in the UK. And as Lawyer Charles said, if the applicant has been to prison, that wouldn't count towards their 20 years. So the 20 years has to be continuous. And when you are submitting such an application, you have to submit the form FLRFP, so which stands for further leave to remain. The F is for family life, so that's when you are, making an application based on your spouse, for example, and the P, FP, it stands for, private life. So under paragraph PL 5.1 of Appendix Private Life, it sets out the requirements for such an application. So it says that the applicant must either have lived in the UK for 20 years, or if they have lived in the UK for less than 20 years, then they have to prove that there would be obstacles in them kind of integrating back into the country where they would be sent to. So, for example, the applicant can argue that they've been in the UK for 20 years and they have they've established ties in the community, and so they're kind of used to the UK, and so it will be difficult for them to now integrate back into the country where they are from. So those are the only two requirements. Either you have lived in the UK for 20 years, or there would be insurmountable obstacles that you would face. So that means that the other requirements, for example, English language, relationship, accommodation, um, finance, all of that wouldn't be required, as in the applicant wouldn't have to meet those requirements. In terms of the evidence, I mean, you have to prove that you've been in the UK for 20 years. So you can provide any official documentation that has been addressed to yourself, which is dated, and there's also an address on there. So, for example, you can provide your NHS card, your voting card, bank statements if you have any, GP records, your pay slips, employment letters, P60s. I mean, anything that you have accrued over the 20 years. Um, that would help your case. And also, you can provide letters. So it would help if you provide letters from, for example, spiritual leaders, pastors, for example, because the Home Office, they would kind of consider those types of letters more rather than if they are from a friend, because anyone can just, write those letters. So those letters should confirm, for example, how long the person has known you for, and that would help with your application. And as Lawyer Charles said, if you changed your name at some point, which means that most of your applications are in, for example, most of your documents are in a different name, it would be helpful if you provide a deed poll to confirm that you changed your name at some point. And lastly, if you have worked in the UK illegally, I mean, that is not really a problem. What we're looking at here is just proving that you've been in the UK for 20 years. So even if you have, worked in the UK illegally, you can still provide your payslip, bank statements, P60s, and all of that. It wouldn't undermine your case at all. Rather, it would help your case to show that you've been in the UK for the required number of years. So that is just a quick summary for today. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear sister. Say, yeah, baby, no more. I feel question about, but say, some questions there. You better adake mesrel. Can maybe sa. But lawyer, member who be or srem, or yes, I will be na oniska. Ain't no or no, or copper buying cho say. 20 years private life, no. Oniska so debate or to me apply for fee waiver na me say where ya can was some but so person different lawyer no answer na ya commissary ni di.
All right. So first off, private life is Article 8 application, human right.
Okay.
Human right application means you have right to private life. And it's
Okay.
more or less you have the right to do that application.
That's it. Okay.
Now, there's also Section 3 of the Human Rights Act, 1998. Eka said, aban hyehyɛ bi a wɔbɛhyehyɛ no, ɛso making sure sɛ undermine human rights.
Okay.
Nti sɛ aban hyehyɛ sɛ woyɛ application a wotua fee. Na saa fee no nti wontumi nyɛ wo human right application there, then that law, that nhyehyɛeɛ no is undermining human rights.
Oh.
Aban has introduced a fee waiver policy said, if you feel said, ahokyere mu a baka kyerɛ yɛn yɛbɛyi saa ɛka no afi hɔ na wayɛ your application for free.
Okay. Enti kwa wo ho papa wo de ha me kwa wo ho wai kwa na koye na usunya na wo kohwe wo yere ache 20 years oja ne yere wo Ghana o 20 so abai wo sesi akra wa se na brabo wa ma ne ba bia asisi enye hwe etiefo na hwefo se ha na de dwumede ne ba yue na se na ebe ko mema lawyer Charles ho kwan se bibi wo ho a mentumi mbisa na nka opese ode ka ho a obetumi de aka ho na se bibi wo ho so opese o ka kira nsa na nyame adom ochena ya be hia bi mu a lawyer Charles me disa akonya ne be ma na afede waka bibia wo ha odi giant ansana me de masem na abewie.
You a couple of updates about but yame ya adom a kyena yehia ya de baba update for you for omkuta pre-settled so metumi agi aban mboa na so mutumi nya aban mboa no case law aba and then a couple of other updates based on case law and I say court mboya aba abaye emra santi na yebeka ne say ya de saa update no ebeba kyena yehia community and the law program 4 p.m. no yababa na yaka ni na nso aka ho enti so bet me afa last caller no fine, otherwise I'll give my summary and we'll wrap up. Right, so viewers and listeners, thank you very much. And then yes Eunice said So why you illegal will chrome her 20 years. Now 20 years no ye juma. Which may you sue sa evidence now winyan we juma muno aka one pay slip and P60s no. Which may you sue and the answer is yes. Adentia if you say who prove say what's na chrome her. And yes, sir, who can say we ye juma, we are we ye juma. You are proving say what's not a chrome her. And anything I will which may prove you say what's not chrome her no is acceptable. Nti wey aye nkranhya sam kase ye nigi sam kase a ho nti sa wo pesa we your private life application when you 20 years but modern na chassis sa wo hwehwe wo nyoma nyina empo sa wo ye application ko home office e me ye refuse obi o ma your application underwent rush and ye refuse no o evidence not to chrome ha or the court e dismiss here o evidence not to chrome ha a lot of things actually say not to chrome ha or buy or school or college or courses be certificate or where say not or chrome ha. You can put all this together, but the beauty of this is that working illegally in the UK will not prevent you from applying for a stay in the UK under private life. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Yo, lawyer Asmah, you better was ye, and that one many aje dodo na omusuro say omuntu mi entre omuwaha omatu private life but ehu abo omu nim kwankra mbefa so a ombe apply mana ye san so mugide so omu ye illegal so omu ye den ko yi omu nim eno na lawyer Asmah aba be chichi mo say masa illegal na oti ha na odi ye adwuma no em prevent o se obey sa application na okoya na otutu nyoma ye dia ye de be ma nyame nka ye ho nyame nsha nyame ya adom ochena the community and the law baso den na topics na e wo ho de mo de ye se ne tie bia bomoden na be ka mo ho ye start 4 na ewie 6 2 solid hours na ye de achechire mu se ne be ya obenya anantuo papa na wegina so e wo nsem a ba eka emra ho enti ye beda wase se wo be kan ye ho mo amoba so nyina mi ka se mi bodin na emre no ko nyame nhira nyame kan ho chena nyame adoma ibehia me mamu nyina a very good weekend. Bye bye.
Our private client services team is recognized for providing clear and practical legal advice to our clients in the United Kingdom and Ghana. Expert help with will writing, probate or estate administration. Our will writers and probate lawyers can act for you to obtain grant of probate and carry out estate administration on your behalf. The probate takes place after someone dies. If there's a will, the named executor is responsible for ensuring that the estate of the deceased is secured, assessing its value and paying any inheritance tax. If there is no will, the intestate and inheritance rules require similar responsibilities. Our lawyers offer strategic and practical solutions to the issues which clients face, whether it's in relation to succession planning, will preparation, probate and the administration of estates, immigration and visas, contentious family or probate disputes, administering estates often with inheritance cross-border issues, international trust advice including residence, domicile issues, wealth preservation, a fast, efficient service from SRA-regulated professionals, transparent pricing. BWF Solicitors, let us take care of probate.